Greetings, terrestrials! Today is April 15th, 2021, and these are some strange times indeed. You're watching Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. I, of course, your host, Cliff McCallister, the czar of the bizarre. Here I am before you, ready to take your calls, ready to hear about your experiences with the unexplained. The phone lines are open all night tonight, folks. If you gotta call in, if there's something you want to talk about, something you can't explain, some magical unknown in the universe, call in, share your stories with us right here this week and every week on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. Now, tonight on the show, folks, not only are we taking your calls, but I am reeling from the side effects of the second COVID vaccine. That's right. Cliff McCallister got his Moderna shot number 2 just this morning. I've got the proof right here. I got a button and it's on the other side of the room, and I got a free pen the second time and a little thing of hand sanitizer currently clipped to my pants. Oh no, is that... All right, well, it looks like my evidence is in my other pockets, but if you go to the Strange Times Indeed Instagram, there's proof. If you think I'm lying, there's proof. And when we roll the commercial break later in the show, I'll go down and I'll hunt that proof down. Because I ain't no liar. Cliff McCallister got that COVID vaccine because he is a true-to-life celebrity. And celebrities always get the vaccines early. So we are fully vaccinated here. And if you're wondering, it's the evening. Just a mere 10 hours since I received my second shot. I get home and about 3 hours later, my right arm completely falls off of my body. And this is the one I got the shot in. It just pops right off and just begins like decaying. And it turns into mulch. And a little flower grew out of it right there on the floor. And I ate that flower. Because when I received my shot, they told me this is standard. Everyone starts to feel a numbness, a soreness in their arm, and you will have to detach yourself from it. But just give it some time, eat the flower, and that arm will grow right back in 24 to 48 hours. So I did what they said, and well, Steven, you seem astonished. This is a pretty widely publicized side effect of the vaccine, I felt.
I haven't gotten my second one yet. Which one did you get?
Moderna.
Oh, okay. I got the Pfizer. So maybe maybe that won't happen to me. I like both my arms.
Yeah, well, I like both of mine too, and that's why I ate the flower so the other one will grow back.
All right. Yeah.
But it'll grow back stronger, and from that new arm, with a fully, purely vaccinated arm that has grown out of your body, then the good vibes will flow back into the rest of you and fill you with the antibodies you need to survive the virus. Now, we talked about this earlier, way earlier on the show, back in July, back in August. It was then that former President Donald Trump's spiritual advisor was warning people against vaccines, saying that they contained extraterrestrial DNA. Well, how could you say no to that, folks? How could you say no to growing an arm back? Just the experience of loss and then rebirth of whichever arm you decided to get poked. To get your Fauci ouchies. To get your Fauci ouchies in. So that's how. That's one of the really the most pertinent thing is I've had to let go of all consciousness of my right arm and to to know that it no longer exists is really the easiest way to go about it. If I were to hold on to it, I imagine that if I were to lift it about this high, there would be pain. It would hurt to move this much. But I've removed it. It has, oh my goodness. I've removed the director's hat as well. Holy moly. There we go. So it's probably best, if you're not somewhat ambidextrous, to get the hand that you use the least, to get that one with the vaccine in it, to get your shot in that arm. I was a fool, and I will be cursed to live like this for the next 2 days. One of these days, it is said that I will have a little baby arm, a little baby hand, and then I'll go to sleep, and next morning, wake up, it'll be like you never lost an arm in the first place. That's the way it goes. I will admit, folks, the energy is a little bit lower tonight. I do feel it's pulling me down. I had my normal pre-show Dr. Pepper. I did everything I would typically do before the program, but we do feel that the energy is a little bit lower tonight. So please call in, share with me, tell me your experiences with the unexplained. I would love to hear it. A few other side effects that I seem to encounter. I was pretty normal throughout the day, and I kept saying to myself, honestly, I think the show will be fine tonight. And around, I'd say about 7:40 or so, I just got this wave of energy within me. It's almost like some power moving through my body that was like, something's going to happen. It's going to be a bit of a weird one. And then I started to get really cold. I started to almost be shivering. Here, where we film the studio, and the thermostat says it's only 71 degrees, so it's not quite shiver weather, but I'm feeling quite toasty. I've got my typical jacket on, and that's keeping us going. You and Spangler have something in common now. Yes, we're all missing an appendage. Spangler with us tonight, in fact. Let's see if we can get him on camera for just a second. Folks, here he is. There's our little guy. There's Spangler. Now, here's a fun fact, folks, that you might not know. We've got a special feature, a special thing that you can do to be a part of the show. This is a channel point that Steven has set up, and Steven and I have worked together to create. And it's called Give That Good Boy a Treat, or something to that effect.
Cat treats.
Cat treats, yeah.
That's the name of the official channel point that you could find over there-ish or down there, depending on what device you're watching on.
We will give Spangler a treat. Now here's the tricky thing. It's going to be very hard to film that on camera and to give him the treat when I've only got one arm at my disposal, but we'll see what we can do tonight. If anyone redeems that. Now, right now, here's my thing. Here's what I would advise. All right, well, we've got to do it. We've got to do it even if we were about to say he is pretty calm now. So let's not spoil that moment. Let's take a look here. Let's see if we can get this situated so we can see him. Holy moly. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Wonderful. All right, folks. We are going to give this good boy a treat live on the air tonight. Oh, you can see he's already getting a little excited.
All right. Panda Fox Comedy giving the treats out.
Here we go. All right. Little guy, come
Look at
here.
the little guy.
Into the light. There you go. Come here. Show. Face the camera. Face the camera. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. What a good little fella. What a good little fella there. All right, and let's just watch him go for this last one. Here we go. All right. And whoa. So there you have it, folks. You heard me move the bag. Hold on 1 second, and we will get the cameras situated. I'm working with one arm tonight. Just a
and we had a round of applause come in too. The round of applause was from Frady Cadigan.
Thank you. I feel the altruistic energies pumping through me right now. Yes, thank you, Panda Fox. We love to encourage altruism here on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. Now, hopefully this won't be a portent of things to come, and our good boy Spengler will in fact calm back down just a little bit. Hey, there you are. I missed you, folks. It's I, Cliff McCallister, the Czar of the Bazaar, and host of Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister right here on twitch.tv/Met Comedy Night. Wow, wow. Well, I guess that just about covers all the symptoms I had, although there was one moment in which I was listening to Steven tell me a story and I was fully pulled away by this psychic pinprick between the roof of my mouth and almost like going through that top jaw. Like a something had pierced through there, but obviously nothing real had. Just that pain of it. Not like excruciating pain, but almost as if it had been in there all along and something was like wiggling it around. An unpleasant psychic phenomenon brought on probably by the coronavirus. And folks, here's the thing. I'm just reporting what's happening to me in real time. These are the honest interpretations of my side effects. I can't move my arm without causing pain of some sort because I do not have it anymore. Wowie zowie, folks. How are you all doing tonight? Hey, we've got a special little treat for you all. We just saw Spangler. I'd like to share with you, a friend of the show, Rowan, sent this in. Just wanted us to give a shout out to this sweet little baby grandpa kitty. Let's see that cat. Look at this. This sweet little bean has a cleft palate of some sort and spindle legs. It's got a bad batch, but look at this sweet boy. We love him nonetheless. Grandpa the kitten. Go ahead and check this cat out. There's another great photo of him right there. Oh, what a sweet boy. We love to see these beautiful little beans on our program. We'd love to share them. So if you've got a strange pet, feel free to write into strangetipsindeed@gmail.com. Send us your strange pet photos. There's Spengler right there. We're never opposed to showing pets on the air. Everyone's got pets. All right. Okay. Well, we do have top news. We do have top news tonight. We haven't even touched on the first story, the very first story. As you folks know, we've talked about it many times on the program. We are getting closer and closer to disclosure. June 25th is when the National Institute of Security is going to be, or the National Security Institute or somebody is going to be presenting Congress with a report on everything they know about unidentified aerial phenomenon. An unclassified document that may have classified segments, but overall must be prepped for the public. And ufologist Jeremy Corbell, in work, I believe, in collaboration with fellow UFO journalist George Knapp, uncovered this leaked UFO footage. I want to bring up on screen here. Steven, let's bring that up. I'm going to go ahead and pull up his full post here so I can read that for you all. But look at this footage. This is government footage of an unidentified flying object. This right here, specifically a pyramid-shaped flying object. Now, who among you in the chat, folks, has ever witnessed a triangle-shaped craft that hovers like that? And was it something of our world? I think not. Now, this footage just aired this morning as well on the Today Show, folks. People are getting aware of this. This is ahead of the curve, and even in that news story on the Today Show, they played a clip of UFO footage of a UFO entering the water. The same footage we discussed during our Invisible Residence series. What is going on? What are we about to learn, folks? You've got to buckle up. Get ready for the truth. Here's what Jeremy Corbell says about this footage. He says, this is the background. On May 1st, 2020, a classified briefing was generated about the UFO UAP presence. That's unidentified aerial phenomenon. That's what the government term for it. Via the Office of Naval Intelligence. Those familiar with the briefing articulated to me that the goal was to destigmatize the UAP problem and to promote more intelligence collection regarding UAP incursions and encounters with active military deployments. The UAP briefing was a build on to a previous ONI briefing generated October 18th, 2019. Both were distributed across a wide range of intelligence network platforms. I was able to obtain information regarding these and other UAP-related briefings, as well as unclassified slides and some of the most intriguing military-captured UAP footage I have ever seen. The context surrounding this content is important to understand, as its evidentiary value is best demonstrated through the lens of provenance. I want you to understand why this new evidence is worth your full attention, and it's not inherently obvious to you. So please visit my website to read all the details I can share at this time. That's at extraordinarybeliefs.com for the full story there. But right now we are looking at this incredible footage. Now, the reporter on the Today Show who spoke to the people responsible for who are doing this study, who are studying unidentified aerial phenomenon, he asked them, "What is there more footage like this?" And the guy, the head of this department, said that this is probably the least consequential footage that we have, and that they've got footage of folks flying aircraft with an unidentified flying object 50 feet from the window. That's a clear look at one of these spaceships, or wherever they may be from. So folks, buckle up. I think things are going to get pretty exciting this year. I think we're going to start getting a lot more calls on the air, I think. But look at that thing. Well, the pulsating is eerily familiar, spooky, but so cool. And Panda Fox called in with a story about a UFO sighting over water. So Panda Fox would know. Folks, how are you all feeling tonight in the chat? Let us know. Call in, share your stories, folks. It's crazy how it's all connected. It's absolutely wild. It is insane to think about. All these little pieces are finally coming together. And it seems that Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister may have been the most prophetic broadcasting program of our century. By the end of this year, every hotel, motel, and Holiday Inn is going to have a copy of Invisible Residence by Ivan T. Sanderson in the bedside table. Mark my words.
You know what's interesting?
Yes.
There's an old photo of some potential aircrafts, and it's behind my head right now. So I shall move it, but they're here, triangular.
Here, let me get it for you.
Oh yeah. Oh. There it is. Okay.
There you go.
Great. Thanks, Cliff.
Yeah, no problem.
You know, it's interesting though, like if that was really far away and lit in the right way, it would look like a flying triangle, wouldn't it?
It could, absolutely. And I mean, this is the primitive version of this craft.
Right.
In the years that have come, it's very likely they could have done away with all these little wobbledy-doos on the back. and could have just made a full triangular craft, just capable of hovering, perhaps using its own shape to kind of jettison itself out of the water, to almost propel itself in some way, and then catch
Wild.
air and stabilize above.
Wild. Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You truly never know, folks. You truly never know what is going on in this world filled with mysteries and magic and wonder. And let me tell you, as you watch here tonight on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, let me tell you, it's okay to believe. It's okay to look out your window and want to see a spacecraft, to feel you can see a spacecraft, to see a spacecraft. It's okay. It's not hurting anybody. There are Bigfoots out in the forest. Go find them. There are Mothmens on the bridges at Chicago O'Hare International Airport as we speak. What is going to happen there? Go find them. There are lake monsters out in the world. You gotta go look at them. You can find that wonder right out there. And then call in. Share your stories with us, because there's nothing more delightful than those moments of going out and discovering those things, than your chance to tell people about it. And this is the place to do it, right here every week. Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. There's the Zoom link. If you got a story to share, don't be afraid to call in. We'd love to hear it. I also do dream interpretation. I interpret dreams on this program. Sometimes we've interpreted Steven's dreams, as Steven is a natural dream walker. He's been practicing the art of Steven, I'm forgetting the phrase.
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming. Thank you.
Are you losing your mind, Cliff?
I was thinking about your own dreams, and I briefly fell into the void.
Perhaps that twinge in your cheek is getting closer to your brain.
There it is, and here's what I am currently experiencing. Here's what I am experiencing. If I were to do a meditative body scan, I would get down about this far, and there's a pressure in the back of my head, and there's a slight pressure kind of behind my ears here. And that is where I am currently feeling anything that might be resembling a headache, but it's more of a pressure than a pain. It's not quite a headache yet, but it is there. It's almost just like a light push on the back of my head, coming from the cosmos. Going down, there's not too much going on now. I have not. This whole part of my body is gone to me now. If I were to be so ambitious as to bring it back ahead of time, that would be pretty painful to do just about anything. Just to pick up a coffee cup, just to pick up a cup of tea like this, a wonderful mug like this from our friend Freddie Kettigan, who will be at the American Snallygaster Museum, Snallygaster wine tasting. I do not have this in my show notes, but Freddie Kettigan put that in the chat. Put that info in the chat. You can see some of their lovely pottery there. You can meet my friend Sarah from the American Snallygaster Museum. We're going to try to get her on the show before this event, so she can talk to us about the Snallygaster, and she can talk to us about the whiskey tasting. Get together.
Excellent.
Meet up. Masked, of course. Wear your mask.
I think I'm going to participate in that.
Dragon Distillery, May 8th. It's a whiskey tasting. I don't know what I called it, but I
can certainly taste whiskey.
Tasting.
I think I can do that. I think I can taste whiskey, Cliff. So I think May 8th, I might just be there. And thank you for letting me know, because I might not have known if you didn't tell me, Cliff. I appreciate that.
Of course. We love to spread the news, especially not only is this a fun event based around a local cryptid, but it's a local event based around a local cryptid. And many of our viewers, any of the locals, might want to take part in this. And it's one that's not organized by us, so it's a great chance to meet other people in the community. I'll be there, and I hope you will too. There's a bunch of neat art vendors, and maybe an axe throwing. Yes, I do believe that's part of the plan. What goes together better than whiskey and an axe? Well, that's the story of Stephen King's The Shining. We're not telling you that story tonight, but you can read it somewhere.
There's another comment in the chat. What have you guys experienced in dreams? And I actually brought myself on earlier, Cliff, because I was meaning to tell you.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, I had been experiencing more dreams recently, but I actually was fearful of logging them for myself.
Oh.
I actually didn't want to write down my dreams. I was more thinking, nah, maybe I should forget that. And I have not had that experience yet with a dream before, and so
that sounds like an awfully troubling dream.
I still don't have anything. I still don't have anything fresh for you for dream interpretations. It would just be out of an old dream journal. But I think that's probably part of the process of getting back into it is being open to what your subconscious is more or less sharing with you. So
yes, absolutely. It's almost like in meditation, you want to watch the thoughts come and go, and you want to accept whatever reality your subconscious is bringing you into.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can interact with it and be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also look for the meaning. Nice shirt, Cliff. Thank you, Barefoot52. We're repping today Dinosaur Land in Winchester, Virginia. I don't know if we have any Dinosaur Land pictures on file, Stephen. I know we've got some in existence. I've definitely been there. You can see some photos on. There I am in the Megalodon, right at the front gates of Dinosaur Land in Winchester, Virginia. Coincidentally, the week after that photographic expedition to Dinosaur Land, there was a news story about a Megalodon. How timely. That's just you gotta watch the show every week, folks. Anything could happen. He says, and he takes a drink of his tea for 5 whole minutes. All right, folks. All right. Let's go to a quick commercial break, Stephen, and then we'll return. I'd like to pick your brain a little bit more about why you don't want to write down your dreams right now. If that's something you want to pick your brain about, but if you don't, we'll talk about something else. So let's roll that break. We'll be back in a minute, folks.
It's been 3 days since the raid on this warehouse by the ATF, and the entire Illumination religious group has dispersed.
The group had congregated for their weekly spaghetti dinner and was just about to raise a glass for their traditional toast when officials stormed the event searching for illegal drugs.
Everybody was so kind to me and so friendly, and I just felt like I was home.
The environment was just intoxicating.
What is on the fringes of beliefs? What are people discovering?
Find Your Light on Tuesday night.
They had me at spaghetti.
That's when I knew this is a tribe I can get down with.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
That I was looking for a human connection.
And so that pulled more people in. It's a very inclusive atmosphere because once you're in, you are brilliant too.
Charge it up! Charge it!
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
They have a lot of control over you. You lose contact with your friends. Then after a while, you think that you need to be in this place.
I started seeing them also as people and not eccentric personalities. And once I did, it was really disappointing.
So my spidey senses were sensing that it was kind of weird.
I mean, I don't even know if, and all of them know that they were even associated with a cult.
I just assumed it was some sort of like mega-church creepy Jesus kind of a thing, you know?
I'm not a huge proponent of this satanic alien orgy thing going on every Tuesday night.
You are not going to believe this.
Here's just the circle that worked out. This is the circle that don't, not, but here I am today.
Chanting, power up, power up, power up.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
I didn't know they were in a cult. I thought they were just dicks.
There it is, folks. Got it in. There it is. There it is. Proof. Proof. They don't just give these buttons to anybody. They don't just give these to anybody. Evidence right here of what you are witnessing is real-time side effects. Moderna 2. Right here on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. Now that little film you just saw there, an advertisement for something brilliant, The Rise and Fall of the Illumination Cult, an original film from the Maryland Ensemble Theater. Coming up from the Maryland Ensemble Theater, coming up just tomorrow, right here on twitch.tv/Met Comedy Night. You can see Oh Crit, the Dungeons and Dragons improv troupe, perform their signature adventure Dungeons and Dragons improv right here on twitch.tv/Met Comedy Night. It's long form improv. It's Dungeons and Dragons. What more could you want? Oh, Crit. It's right there in the chat. All right. And then right after that, Saturday, April 17th at 8 o'clock. Loving Frederick, the Maryland Ensemble Theater presents a new production, an interactive Zoom show all about everything we love about our sweet hometown here, Frederick, Maryland. So go ahead and get your tickets to that. It's $10 an episode. This week, they're talking to Kiki Wilson, the CEO and founder of Out 40 magazine, and Chris Ho, the blogger, who is responsible for the Stories in Stone blog at Mount Olivet Cemetery, plus art activities with Jen and Katie, Walking with Ray, and a song from Silent Old Mountains, or at least a music video, folks. You gotta get your tickets. You gotta see these shows. You gotta support the Maryland Ensemble Theater, the only theater with the guts to put us on the air. We say some pretty crazy things here on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, and the government is always trying to shut us down. But they haven't gotten Cliff yet. We're bringing the truth out to the masses, and we want to hear your truth, your true experiences with the unexplained. So call and share your stories with us. Stephen, let's get that Zoom link in the chat in case anyone feels so inclined to share their stories with us. It doesn't have to be ghosts. It doesn't have to be extraterrestrials. It doesn't have to be cryptid. Something you can't explain, something bizarre happened to you. No story is too out of this world for Cliff McCallister. I'm the czar of the bizarre. And I've got a watchful ear to listen to everything you have to say. So go ahead and call in, share your unexplained experiences right here. Strange Times. If you're enjoying this show, you can't get enough of it. You got to get yourself some more. You can follow me on Instagram at Strange Times Indeed. You can also follow me on TikTok at Strange Times Indeed. You can follow me on Twitter at Strange T Indeed. And if you want to write in about the show, if you've got a story you got to share, but it's anonymous. It's a secret story. You can't just share it with everybody all the time. You can send us an email at strangetipsindeed@gmail.com. That is our hotline. If you've seen a news story, you say, Cliff, did you see this? You can send it in right there. I check my email every day. I don't always reply every day, but I do check it. So if you send me a news story, I'll be sure to give it a look. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating, being a part of our program this night and every night. Let's see, folks. If you missed the beginning of the program, I got this second shot of the COVID vaccine. And I want to take us through a little meditation tonight. I'm going to teach you a little meditative tactic that you can use when you are getting into the spirit, into the zone of meditation, trying to make telepathic contact. You are trying to make telepathic contact with extraterrestrials in the space beyond. I just got this vaccine so hard I can barely speak. Anyway, we are going to teach you a little meditative technique to help you clear out your system and to help you get ready and find yourself in a space that is all set up to broadcast telepathic transmissions out into the cosmos. So here's what I want you all to do, sitting at home tonight, go ahead and find yourself a nice comfy chair. Perhaps you're by a window. Perhaps find yourself wherever you like to be, whatever area is calm to you. Look, Stephen, look at that. You don't need to pray when you do this, but it is an option. Oh, is that a candle?
It's a little piece of jade.
Oh, charging your energies with crystals. Stephen, I do not have my crystal Bible up here. Do you know what jade does? Does somebody know?
I believe it's better than nothing, so I'm trying to use it.
If Stephen is tempting fate by charging his energies with this jade, put it in the chat. Let us know before it's too late. All right, folks, here's what I want you to do at home. Get yourself cozy. Get yourself comfortable. Go ahead and just sit still for a moment. Find yourself looking out the window. Just look around at the space around you. And enjoy the world. Don't focus on anything in particular. Just find your spot across the wall, across the room, on the wall across from you. And just focus on it for a minute. Now, just keeping your body where it is, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take some deep breaths for yourself. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And whenever you're ready, should you feel so compelled, you may close your eyes. Sit there in your chair and feel your body without moving. Just feel the sensation of your body. Try to feel the inside of your hands. It just feels as if there's an energy there, doesn't it? Now, go ahead and use that energy to scan through your body and see how you are feeling. See where you feel comfortable, where you feel discomfort. You don't need to move to address it. Just acknowledge that it's there. You're aware of it. And keep going. Get a full scan of your body. Now, now that you've found yourself filled with this energy, fully aware of your presence, try to blast that energy out into the cosmos. Are you sending good energy out? Are you sending bad energy out? Are you banishing the bad energy out? Are you radiating good energy to folks who need it? No answer is right or wrong. Charge up and send your energy out into the cosmos. Picture yourself in a chair. Picture yourself above yourself. You're sitting in a chair. You're holding some jade, a symbol of serenity and purity. It signifies wisdom gathered in tranquility in just these types of moments. It increases love and nurturing, a protective stone. Jade keeps the wearer from harm and brings harmony. Jade attracts good luck and friendship. Well, isn't that nice? All right, well, bring your awareness back to your body. And when you're ready, open your eyes, because you're watching Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. Of course, your host, Cliff McCallister, the czar of the bazaar. Lost a few people during that, folks. If you can't sit down for 5 minutes of meditation, when can you? We're giving you a free space right here to find a little bit of tranquility, find some calm, and then to call in and share your experiences with the unexplained right here on Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister. Folks, boy oh boy. Nothing like a good meditation to remind you that you've got a vaccine today and now you are feeling it. You are feeling a little tired. That's really the biggest side effect we've got right now. Aside from, well, the arm thing. And that's just the way it is. Wow, Cliff, thanks for being a beacon back to ourselves. Anytime, folks. Love to help folks find just a little bit of tranquility in this crazy world that we are in, where anything could happen. A world which necessitates a show such as this, where folks can call in and share the things they can't explain. My goodness, I had to hold the camera up that whole time with my one remaining arm. A bit of a mistake on my part, folks. That's okay. I was almost here, drifting in the astral plane. Almost lost. Yep, well, we always strive to bring folks back from the astral plane, lest they get lost in it during our program. Well, nobody's getting lost in the astral plane on Cliff McCallister's watch, and if you do, we're coming after you. I only came back to see more of Vaccine Drunk Cliff. Folks, well, let me tell you, I don't know if I'm drunk so much as I'm just tired. Really, don't really drink the stuff. But boy, oh boy. Hey, here's some future programming I gotta tell you all about. So here's some things that are going on in the Strange Times Indeed world. Just this coming Tuesday, it is our producer, Kevin Cole. It is his sister's birthday. And her favorite musical growing up was Cats. So if you go to Kevin's Instagram, that's Kevin.Cole, the word dot, very obnoxious, Kevin.Cole on Instagram. He is going to be streaming at 7:30 on April 20th. Cats, the 2019 musical motion picture, at 7:30 on his Instagram page. And then guess what, folks? It's on HBO Max. So if you've got HBO Max, if you joined us for the Godzilla vs. Kong streaming 2 weeks ago, you can join us again for Cats on Kevin.Cole's Instagram page at 7:30 on April 20th. And then guess what? Drum roll, folks. Drum roll, terrestrials. It's a musical creature double feature. That's right, at 10:30, head over to the Strange Times Indeed Instagram page. We're going to have a watch party of Little Shop of Horrors, also on HBO Max, a fun sci-fi film about a plant. I just thought I'd get in on the holiday showing. So go ahead and join us there for both of those. It'll be a fun night of musical entertainment. The theaters are closed, folks. Where else are you going to go but here or MarylandEnsemble.org, home of Loving Frederick, the current main stage production, and also twitch.tv/MedComedyNight, home of Strange Times Indeed with Cliff McCallister, and tomorrow night, Oh Crit, the D&D improv show. You gotta check them out. You gotta join them. Holy moly, folks. Thank you so much for joining us all here tonight on the show. Stephen, incredible tech work. Everyone in the chat, everyone who stuck around for the meditation, everyone who came back a few bits later after they returned from the astral plane. Me, oh my, what a night it has been. I gotta say, folks, I'm feeling pretty good. The Regal Westview opens this weekend. Well, that's very exciting, but I don't think I'll be over this shot in time to go to the Regal this weekend. They say you gotta wait 2 weeks before you even get this, before like you're fully all the way 100% good to go. And of course, there's some crazy conspiracy theories going around that say it might be unconstitutional to give out this vaccine. Well, I gotta say, folks, Cliff McCallister here, the Czar of the Bazaar, saying that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. They're not forcing you to get it. So just go ahead and get it and be a good person. Holy moly, geez, it's like people these days, it's oh no, I'm sure this is a normal side effect. They strange terrestrials. Popular chips flavored like an extraterrestrial.